My name's Kathryn Brown, and I work for Kaiser Permanente, and I am the Chief Operating Officer, so I manage their national enterprise pharmacy programs. I went to Washington State University for my undergrad, go Cougs. Then went to University of Washington in Seattle, Washington for my PharmD and Master's in Health Administration. It's funny, I started in engineering at Washington State University. I was in chemical engineering, and while I was there, my roommate in the dorm, my very first year of college, developed epilepsy. And she developed epilepsy, so we're 18 or 19 years old. And at the time, the medicines for epilepsy, phenytoin and phenobarbital, the doctor told her it was a very, I graduated in the late 80s. It was a much more patriarchal time. The doctor told my roommate, you'll no longer be able to have children. You're going to be really drowsy. You might as well quit school. And so, gosh, walking through that experience with her made me realize that managing medications and how important that is, and how important it is to take charge of your health care. So I started working with her, and then we developed like a epilepsy support group at the college we went to. And so just that whole lesson of taking charge of your care and taking charge of your health. And now everyone says that, but back then that was different. And so that's what inspired me to go into pharmacy school and learn more and help others. I don't know. So I manage or direct, start again. Um, so I'm the Chief Operating Officer at Kaiser Permanente, meaning I'm responsible for the operations for pharmacy for 12.5 million members in 10 states. And so a typical day maybe isn't typical, but there's kind of two probably aspects. And one is making sure things are running well. So we have hospital pharmacies, we have outpatient pharmacies, we have mail order. We have a lot of clinical programs at Kaiser Permanente. So a lot of it is making sure that service quality, clinical quality, affordability are all people. So are people coming to work? Are we hiring the right people? So kind of all those metrics are performing, if that makes sense. And so a lot of my day is spent just making sure working with people like the directors of pharmacy, working with folks that are leaders, and just making sure things are running. And then the other part of my job is what's next and what's the future of pharmacy. So working with a lot of folks in the integrated model, so whether that's physician leaders or other leaders around what's next for medication management for our members. And so currently I'm involved in things like different ways to get medications to people at home, right? Or different ways to monitor medications at home, interested in digital health, telehealth, AI. How can we do better to think through how the best way is to provide medications and information for our members? Favorite part of my job, two things I love. I get to work with the smartest people every single day. So whether that's our pharmacy leaders, our pharmacy staff, our other medical staff or nursing staff and teams, I feel like I get to work with smart people who want to solve problems and want to do better every single day. So that's probably the most exciting part of my job, is just the people I interact with. Probably is the best part of what I do. Talk to people, talk to as many people as you can, talk to folks that work in different aspects of pharmacy. A lot of people think of pharmacy and think about the Walgreens on the corner or the corner drugstore. But pharmacy is medication management in a lot of different aspects. And so talking to people that practice maybe in a hospital, talking to people that practice in an outpatient pharmacy, talking to people that do clinical care, I think that's really helpful for you to be able to start to think about and imagine yourself on what you might do. The other thing that might be useful is to talk to schools of pharmacy. So schools of pharmacy give tours, schools of pharmacy are interested. So wherever you live is contacting that school of pharmacy and telling them you're interested. That'll help you when you apply later too. So advice I would have for somebody interested in a career in pharmacy is First of all, talk to people. Talk to as many people as you can that are working in the pharmacy field or work with pharmacy or pharmacists. So a lot of people think about the corner drugstore or Walgreens and think that's pharmacy, but pharmacists practice in so many settings. So they practice in hospital settings or outpatient settings, clinical settings, anything if you think about the medication use process. They practice in research. So I would try to talk to as many people as you can that are practicing pharmacy. And when you talk to them, I would ask them, my advice would be to ask them, is there anyone else I should talk to? Because I'm interested. And then the second piece of advice I'd give to someone interested in a career in pharmacy would be to call up your local school of pharmacy and to tell them you're interested in a career in pharmacy and ask if they give tours or ask if you can sit in on a class. Schools of pharmacy are typically very interested in people that are interested in pharmacy and can point you to different ways that they can help uh, answer questions or explain or give tours around your interest.